Hi, this is Charles Caldwell, and this is the Android video for network invalidation for week 3 of cross-platform development. Just like last week, we're going to take a look at a demo of the app alongside a list of checklist items from the rubric. So without further ado, let's jump on the computer and take a look. All right, here we are on the computer. We're looking at Android over here, running off my Moto X, and then we have the list from the rubric here. So let's, as you can see, we've made a little icon for our app. So let's pop it in that, take a look. So here we are, we're already logged in. So let's take a look at updating it and see how it lets us update. So when we go into a detail view, we have a little edit button up here, so we can hit that and then make a change to this. Maybe we want that to be more of a medium priority. Jump back into that. We see it automatically updates right here. And then when we jump over here, you see it updates there. We can also edit the task. So if we jump over here and edit this and then hit save, you can see that changes automatically and it changes right here. So that is allowing the user to change the information, and these two really are just coming over from last week's. So there's nothing really different there. And the app UI, as you can see, it automatically updates as we change things. So let's jump all the way down here to synchronization. Let's just cover that real quick. Now, in the background, this is actually updating every 5 seconds. I made it to 5 seconds because for demo purposes and debugging purposes. And there is, as we saw last week, there is a pull down to refresh button, but we're actually going to watch this update all by itself. I have a new task item set up here on my iOS. Let me hit save on that, and we're going to see it pop up here in just within 5 seconds. There it is. So we do have a pull down to refresh. That is that one right there, but it is synchronizing across both platforms using the backend service. And it is pulling every 5 seconds, even though suggested was 20, and it is doing it in a separate thread from the UI. So let's actually just look at that real quick. And here we are in the code, and we're doing this code right here is what's dictating that. I do have these little logs in here just for debugging purposes. So just go ahead and do a filter for that if you'd like to see what all this is spitting out. As you can see, we're kicking it off right away, and we're doing it every 5 seconds. And since this is running in a separate thread from than the UI, we're not seeing any latency or dropped frames from the main portion of the app. So let's go ahead and take a look at this network detection here. So let's go ahead and kill the network, and then we will. Now you do see this list still here. It doesn't remove this, so you can still view it, but you can't click into anything. You can't view those details, and you can't add any new items. So what happens if the network is alive while you're in one of these? So you go into one of these, there you are, you're looking at this, but then the network drops. Well, we automatically remove all that functionality, all the CRUD functionality. So that is no longer there, but you can still go back here. And since this refreshes from the server, we're not doing that. So we're just giving you a little notice, let you know that once the network is restored, that will come back. And if the network is dead and we back out of this app and then go back in, it will automatically log us in. And let's actually just kill this and then go back in, and we can see we automatically come right back in. So it does not log us out. Now, as far as the data validation, there's not too much validation that can occur. The only validation we have going on here is, as you can see from last week, it cannot be blank, but we let the user type in whatever they want here, and they can only pick one of these 3 priorities. So there's not really too much room for validation there. But there is validation on these sign-in screens, so let's go ahead and log out. Initially, these cannot be blank, but they also cannot contain spaces, as typical usernames don't contain spaces. Same with the password. That can't contain spaces either. Some of the challenges this week were basically in the synchronization. I did fight that a little bit. If you look at the code, you'll notice that some of my synchronization code, I'll show you what file that's in. The majority of my synchronization code is in this parse query helper file, and if it looks like the code is kind of chaotic, almost like I was trying to do one thing and then decided to do a completely other thing, that's exactly what happened. The original way that I was working wasn't quite working out correctly. I didn't have time to really debug it, so I had to take a different approach to it. So if it looks a little unorganized, lots of stuff commented out, that's why. So I really enjoyed this class. I look forward to the next class and seeing all of you there. And so until then, thank you for watching.